Hey girl, so first off, I am so excited that you decided to give Maskcara Beauty a try. I did this quick little video just to kind of show you now that you've got your makeup, you've ordered it or it's coming in, just how to apply, just an easy way, just some quick little tips and stuff. So if you have gotten your makeup in or if you've ordered it, you will more than likely be getting a compact, either a size like this, which is a mini double decker, that you can actually put your face makeup in and your eyeshadows. You might have started off with just a basic quad, which is going to be about this size here. It will just have the 4 colors that fit here. Or you might be getting a hack stack in, which is the same size as a quad except it's doubled. So you can have your face on one side and eyeshadows on the other. Either way, you've got your order placed, you've got your stuff coming in, or you've already got it in and you're just wondering, what do I do now? Okay, so first off, let's talk brushes real quick. You more than likely have the bronzer and blush brush, which is going to be your blending brush. You might have a detail hack brush to apply. You might have the Best Blend Forever brush to apply, or you might have the 30-second hack brush to apply. Depending on what kind of coverage you like, depends on which brush you'll have. If you've got the bronzer and blush brush, you're probably going to apply with your finger, like the cheetah hack or the tribal hack, something like that, and then blend it out with this brush. Super easy. That's how I recommend getting started. Try putting it on with your finger first so you're not using as much product. You can kind of get used to the consistency and how much you'll need for your coverage, and then blend it with the brush. If you have one of these other brushes, if you want to try applying it with those also, you definitely can. You can also blend with the 30-second hack brush, which is this brush here. This is pretty much the basic brush that people start out with. You can apply with the smaller end here. It is a little cone shape, so you can apply with it, and then you can blend with this end. And then the Best Blend Forever brush just gives a real natural finish. You can apply with the smaller end and then blend out with the larger end, or blend out with the bronzer and blush brush. Any of those brushes, so you probably will start with one of those. Most people are going to have the bronzer and blush brush to blend with. It gives the most natural look, and it's just the easiest to kind of blend out. So I am going to go ahead and show you real quick, once you get your makeup in, how to start with it. I'm going to start with the Best Blend Forever brush to apply, just to kind of show you here, and I'm going to use the small end. So when you get your makeup in, this is how I suggest putting it in your compact. Whether you have the quad or you have the larger one, either way, I would suggest starting with your contour first, because you're going to apply it first. Then your main shade, then your brightening shade, and then if you've got the quad, you can put your lip and cheek color over here. If you have a larger one, you can kind of put that wherever, but I do recommend putting it in your compact in this order. So you have your contour, your main shade, and your brightening shade. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and start with my contour. And I'm going to start with the smaller end of this brush and just draw my line up right underneath the cheekbone. Super easy to find that cheekbone. You're just going to take with your finger the highest part of your cheek, which is mine is right here, and I'm literally hugging that cheekbone. So I am going right underneath it. And you see I'm just kind of drawing this line up with it. I'm kind of curving it just a little bit, depending on your face shape is how you will apply yours. I'm also going to go back in and go right underneath my jawline and kind of blend that up. And again, this is just my contour shade. You'll have yours. Mine is Astoria. You might have ash, you might have olive, stone, several different ones. Indigo. Just depends on what colors we matched you with and how much of a contour line you want. So now I'm also going to take and put it up right through my forehead here. I'm kind of blending it out just a little bit more through this area because I'll have a larger space to work with. So instead of just doing a line, I am kind of going ahead and blending it a little bit. I do have a larger forehead area, so I can cover a little bit more space. If your forehead area is a little smaller, you will probably just want to stick to just along the hairline with it. I'm also going to take with this small end and just go right down my nose and contour there. I'm kind of coming up right through that little space with my brows to elongate my nose. If you already have a longer nose, you might not want to do that. I don't, so I am trying to make mine look a little longer. So I kind of come down on each side, the bridge of the nose, and then right there on the tip with my contour. All right. Now I'm gonna take and put my main shade on. I'm gonna go ahead and do the smaller end of the brush as well, and I'm just gonna dip it right in. I'm just tapping it. I'm not dragging it in there because you don't wanna get too much on your brush. So you just kind of tap it in there. I'm gonna draw a line on each side of my contour. You start right on the top. Now you can just do your blush along the top there. I do want just a little more coverage. So I am taking and drawing a little line right above my contour. But you could honestly just take your blush and just drag that there. I'm also going to go around here, around the top, right underneath my contour there. And I'm going to go just a little bit on the eyelid itself, just to give a good base for when I put my eyeshadow on. And this is all still just my main shade. All right, now I'm gonna go back in with my brightener. I'm gonna switch to the larger end because I want this to be pretty soft. So I'm gonna dip into my lightest color here, which is my brightening highlight. And you see how I'm just gonna apply this underneath the eye, this whole area, almost in like an upside down triangle shape. And I'm just lightly tapping it in and then just tapping it onto my face. I'm also going to go right up here through the middle, a little bit on the chin, and then I'm going to take with my finger and go right down the center of the nose to highlight that. Okay, so we have all these crazy colors on. I'm going to go ahead and take just a little bit of my blush. I'm going to go in with my color called Hollywood. I'm just going to take with the small end of the brush and just draw my line up. I'm doing this because I want to elongate my cheeks. So I'm just going to take and draw it right above that contour shape. Okay? And now we're going to blend. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to blend with the bronzer and blush brush here, which is one of our most popular brushes for blending. I am going to take and use the smaller end, which is a little more dense. And I am just going to take, I like to start along the jawline here. I'm going to take and blend my contour down just a little, just to pull some of that color down onto my neck. And then I'm just going to start blending it together. I will come back and do my contour on my cheeks last. So I go ahead and do my jawline, do my chin, and then I come right up here to my forehead. And again, you can see I'm taking the brush and just going in circular motions and just blending everything together. And go ahead and do the nose, and I'm just kind of taking and stippling around here and just really pushing it in place. I don't want to move my color around. Same thing underneath the eyes. I'm just taking and just stippling it in place. Okay, I get that. Now I'll do my cheeks last. And I'm just taking and just blending this in circular motions and up. You never want to take and blend it down. You always want to go up with it, just to give it that lift. Okay, that's it. That's how easy this is to blend out and put on. So super easy. Whether you were taking with your finger and applying it and then blending it, or you're doing it with a brush, either way, that's how easy it is to put on and to blend out Super easy. Okay, good wipe. Just a little bit of a highlight off my lips area there. Okay, so if you have gotten your order and stuff, I do recommend you're going to want a setting spray. We have the setting spray, the Stay Spray with or without SPF. I use this religiously every day. I like to take it with our Perfector sponge. I have wet the Perfector sponge so it's damp. So what I do is I will take it, spray about 2 or 3 sprays onto here, and then I just go back in and just pat over my makeup. This is going to push my makeup in place and set it. Also, if I have any excess color, any harsh lines, it'll go back through and just make sure I have everything blended well. Usually I will go ahead and recommend this and put that in your cart for you. But if you don't have it, or if it kind of wasn't in your budget right now, that's fine. I do recommend trying to go back and get it when you can, because it really does make a big difference. All right, the next thing that I like to do is set my makeup with just a little bit of powder. If you have the vanilla dust, you will be using it, or if you have a loose powder, either one, you're just gonna take with your damp Perfector sponge still, dab it into your loose powder. And I like to put a little bit of mine underneath my eyes here, just to set that area. Do the same thing on this side. And again, this is our Perfector sponge, and I have just wet it, and it's got a little bit of setting spray on it. Do it on that side, and then I'll do just a little bit through the T-zone. My skin, I am very oily, so I do like to have a little bit of powder through the T-zone area. I don't like to take away from the glow of this makeup, but I do like to set it in certain areas. And it doesn't take but just a little bit. Okay, so we've got that done. And this hair is looking absolutely crazy now. Okay, I'm gonna go back and add just a little bit more blush and illuminator, and then show you just a quick look with the eyes also. So I'm just gonna take my brush back that I put it on with before, dip just a little bit back in there for my blush. I do feel like when I set it with my powder, it does kind of make my blush disappear just a little bit. So I do always like to kind of go back and add just a little bit more. And then I'll take it and blend it with the larger end of the brush, just kind of mash it a little bit and stipple it in place. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of illuminator now, and one of my favorite colors called Dolce, which is this shade here. And I'm just gonna kind of tap this right above the cheekbone, just to give a little bit of a glow. I don't do a lot of illuminator. Like I said, I am a little bit on the oily side, so I don't do a whole lot. But I will do right along the cheekbone, and then right there along the top of the lip, because when I do my lipstick colors and stuff, and then just a tad bit on the nose, just so it catches the light just a little bit. All right, let's do some eyes. I am gonna start with a color called, let's see. I'm gonna get one of my colors here out of my artist palette and show you guys just a quick look with the eyes here. I am gonna start off with a color called Bird, which is this shade here. And I'm gonna start it with the Eyeshadow Everything brush. I have a little bit of my highlight color over my eyelid to act as like a base for it. So I'm just gonna go right in with my colors here. This color is called Bird. I'm gonna go with the fluffy end of this Eyeshadow Everything brush. And I'm just going as a transition shade right in the crease here. We're going with just a really natural, subtle look, just to kind of show you getting started with it. See how that just adds a little bit? And do the same thing to this side. If you're looking for a good natural brown just to kind of get started with, nothing too dark, nothing too bright, I would highly suggest Bird. She is a very neutral brown, as you can see. She's not very warm, she's not very cool, she is very neutral. And I'm just taking and going back in the crease. I'm gonna bring it up just a little bit because my eyes are a little hooded. So I'm gonna bring it up just a little bit above the crease also so you can see it when my eyes are open. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go back in with one of our colors called Sabrina, which is this shade here. I'm gonna take first with the small end of the eyeshadow everything brush, and I'm gonna tap her onto the lid here, just to add a little pop of color. And then we're gonna go along the brow bone up here, just to highlight that area. And I'm still using the small end. I'm gonna do just a little right there in the corner. And do the same thing on this side. I'm just going right along the brow bone right now, just to kind of give a little highlight. And then just a little pop of brightness in the corner of the eye. Okay. Now, let's take a little bit of our bird, and I'm gonna use her as a little bit of a liner too, just along the bottom. Just to kind of darken that lash line up a little bit. If you wanted to add some other tones in here with these shades, you could. This is just a good basic, no makeup look, honestly. Just something super quick, 2 colors, anybody can use. All right, I'm gonna go back in and blend just a little more bird, just to make sure I've got everything blended and softened. All right, I have contacts. Just drying it out just a little. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna do is I like to take just a little bit of my setting spray, spray just a little bit on my finger, dip it into my Sabrina, and just go right here on the lid. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you how to do your brows with your contour also. Just something super quick and easy that you can do just to kind of fill them in. I'm going to use our hotline brush. You may or may not have gotten that one. I usually try to recommend the eyeshadow everything brush and the hotline brush so you can do your brows. But again, it just depends on what you wanted to get started with, your budget, and different things like that. If you don't have this, I know you can just kind of grab a brush from somewhere just to kind of fill in these brows, because it really does make a huge difference, and it's so easy that you can do it with your contour also. So I am literally just taking my contour and just doing short little strokes and just filling my brows in. Super easy. Nothing crazy. I'm not like drawing new brows on or really changing the shape of mine. I'm just doing short little strokes, and because this is a cream, it blends so well. I will take with the other end of the brush with a little spoolie in and just kind of brush back through them. Okay. I will take and add just a little bit of my Dolce Illuminator right up here on the brow bone. And then we'll do some mascara, and then we'll do our lips. And we'll do it with some of the colors that we have in our compact that we did for our cheeks too. All right, so I'm just gonna do just a little bit of the mascara here. We do not carry a mascara, even though our name is currently Maskcara. I know, that's crazy. So I recommend the Thrive Mascara. I have been using it for several months now, and I really like the way it does with my lashes. It stays on. I don't have to worry about it flaking off or running or anything. And it really helps to look like I have lashes. Because honestly, I really don't. Alright. So I put just a little bit of the mascara on the top and bottom lashes, just to kind of define my eye a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to move on with the lips in your compact. You may or may not have been matched to some lip colors. Most of the time your lip color is going to be your lip and cheek color. So I try to kind of do a color that you can do on your cheeks and your lips, which is what this shade is here. I actually have two colors. So I'm going to show you how I like to do my lips. I like to take with the eyeshadow everything brush. It's the same brush that I did my eyes with, just to make it a little bit easier. So I take with this brush, the small end, I'm going to dip it into my contour first, just a little bit. And I'm just going to kind of smudge it around the outside of my lips there. I'm not really lining them, it's just going to create a contour shape to them. I'm doing the same thing along the top. I won't go into the Cupid's bow. I literally will just take and go right up to it and blend. Okay. I'll take my finger, smudge it out, make it more of a shadow look. I'm going to take the small end of this brush still, dip it into my lip and cheek color here, and just apply that. Isn't that so awesome? It's the same color I use on my cheeks and I have on my lips. So I could leave it like this. I like to add a little bit of shine to my lips, so I'm just going to take with a little bit of my other color I have in here, which is a really pretty color for fall called Love Spell. You can see she's shiny, she's a glossy look, and I just take and put her right over the lips. And then I'll take a little bit of my Dolce Illuminator. Put that right on the Cupid's bow. And just a little bit on the center, on the bottom lip. And that's everything. So that's your full face using the Maskcara Beauty with everything once you get your products in, with your compact here, whether you have just your face or if you have some eyeshadows, just to kind of show you the look with it, what brushes you would use. Like I said, if you did not get any of the setting spray, I do recommend trying to go back and grab some of that. And also, if you got the brushes, you're going to want to make sure you have your brush cleaner for it. So I hope this helped you when you get your products in, kind of go by this step by step. If you have any direct questions, just shoot me a message. You can text me, email me, Facebook message me, either way. I'll be happy to help you when your stuff comes in. If you need to do like a class where we can FaceTime or something, we can do that also. You just let me know what works for you. But I hope you enjoy it. I know you're gonna love your new makeup. Might take a couple times getting the hang of it, but once you do, I promise you will not ever want to use anything else. Anyway, have a great day and just let me know if you have any questions.